last week, we covered فعل مضارع مجزوم. So here, this is a جملة فعلية. We have two different types of sentences, a جملة فعلية and the جملة الاسمية. Excuse me, الجملة الاسمية, and then this one is a جملة فعلية. And within this الجملة الفعلية, we've covered فعل ماضي, past tense, فعل أمر, command tense, فعل مضارع, and within the فعل مضارع, we've covered three different categories: فعل مضارع, مرفوع, منصوب, and مجزوم. So last week we covered مجزوم, and in this example here, لم أكل الطعام. I did not eat the food. So instead of this being أكل or أكل, if it would have been أكل if I said لن أكل, I will not eat. This is لم أكل, and because we have this حرف جزم prior to the فعل مضارع, that makes a فعل مضارع مجزوم. لم is حرف جزم, أكل فعل مضارع مجزوم, and then the فاعل is ضمير مستتر تقديره أنا, and طعام مفعول به اسم منصوب. So let's see what we got next in the text here. This is جزم مضارع.
What category does لا fall under?
The lem?
No, لا, like in the homework. You said in the homework لا تزعج الجيران. So does لا fall as a, I think it's what did I write? I think حرف نصب.
No, that would be len. So let's go back here real quick. They've given us a few categories of things to this jism state. They've given us a few things, and there's more, but these are a few of them. They give us the lem, and they gave the la. This is called the la right here, and that for negation. What in? There's others also. There's ida, and there's some other ones, but these are the three different. These are the three different ones that we've covered so far, and there's more. So here, I think they go into lem again, the la for nahia, and then the in and other ones like in, which we haven't covered yet, are conditional that will result in the two different verbs being majzum. So you put la harf nasab, it should be la nahia, la nahia, or you could say la harf nahi. I guess you could say that.
So what is nahia in English? Like, what is the equivalent?
It's like to
just
forbid.
Negation?
Negation or forbid, yeah.
Okay.
Let me say this real quick.
Okay.
So,
I got that wrong.
Yeah, don't worry about it. 15. All right. So let's go to so this is going to be some of the review of what we've talked about already, but it's probably good because we're going to go through like these pretty quickly because we've already covered this. But this is the rafa and fi'l mudari. This is the rafa, which is a state. The rafa state and the fi'l mudari of the present tense verb. And amthila, the examples. تطير الحمامة. تطير fi'l mudari. And then it's fi'l mudari marfu'. And this is al-hamamatu. This is the fa'il. And it's also marfu'. It's ism fa'il marfu'. يعود المسافر. يعود fi'l mudari marfu' returns. المسافر. Who is returning? The traveler. المسافر مرفوع. Because this is marfu' in this specific verb, this is a dhamma, and because this is marfu' as an ism, because it's a fa'al and it's ism marfu', it has a dhamma. Ya'udu, same thing, and musafiru, same thing. So this word right here, all we're doing here, let's just kind of rewind here for a second. This word tatiru, it's always going to be tatir. The only thing that's going to change in this tatir is it can become tatiru, tatirua, tatira, or it can be tatir with the sukun. Those are the three possibilities we have. We're doing this grammatical stuff and understanding how these words are connected in order to determine whether it's going to be a dhamma, a fatha, or sukun for this verb. But it's going to be tatir, but it's either going to be tatiru. It's tatir, that part is done. This part is locked. Tatir is locked. The only thing is, what is going to happen over here? Similarly, with this ism, all of this is locked. Al-humamat is all locked. All we're trying to do is determine, is this going to be a dhamma, fatha, or a kasra? We don't put a sukun on it. That's the difference between these two things. That's what this is all about, is just determining what the ending of those words is going to be. Tasiru suhub. The clouds are floating or moving. It's the same thing here. This is ism. This is a fi'l mudari marfu', so it has the dhamma. This is the fa'il. Ism marfu' has also the dhamma. That's what has happened in all of our examples here. So let's just look here. يرفع الفعل المضارع إذا لم تسبقه أداة من أدوات النصب أو الجزم. So the fi'l mudari is in the rafa state if it hasn't been preceded by an indicator from the indications of nasab or jism. So as long as we don't have any any signals or signifiers, indicators of nasab or jazm, then it'll be rafa state. So it's kind of the default state. If I put a lam before it, or if I put a len before it, for example, then it'll change from nasab state to, or rafa state to nasab or jazm. What we got here? All right. So it looks like that they didn't really cover too much there. We're going to go to something new here. Any more questions about this nasab and rafa or jazm before we move on? We're going to build on everything up to this point. Everything is built on upon each other. All right. let's go. So this is an interesting thing. This is kana wa akhawatuha. Kana wa akhawatuha. Kana and its sisters, literally. And so kana is a very common word in the Arabic language, and it means to be, like is, are, was, everything that we would call to be, be. Kana is, the grammarians, they call this ism mushabbah bil fa'al, an ism or a noun that resembles a verb. This is their terminology. This is how they define it. I would have called it something different. And like I said, I think all the grammatical terms have to be revisited. But regardless, this is the logic that they use. It's an ism mushabbah bil fa'al. It's a noun, according to them, that resembles a verb. So let's just look at some examples. Al-amthila. So, az-zuham shadid. So here, zuham shadid. Traffic congestion or congestion, shadid, is a lot, or it's heavy. Shadid. Traffic congestion is heavy. Then we go over here. And what we're doing is we're adding kana. So this sentence right here, what type of sentence is this? Az-zuham shadidun. What do you think? Maybe inshallah you can answer this. Az-zuhamu shadidun. Let's break this down. Break this down for me grammatically. What is that?
Okay, give me a second. I'm trying to go back to my notes real quick because I don't remember if it's I don't remember majzoom or
just look at it and see what it. Just think through it. Don't worry about it. It's okay if it's wrong. Az-zuhamu shadidun. Az-zuhamu shadidun. We have to categorize the word and then determine what we're going to do with it.
Is it
So zuhamu. Go ahead, Frida.
Fi'l mudari?
No.
The azihamu,
what's it?
because it's describing, and then
Is az-ziham, is that a ism?
Yes. Ziham is ism. One of the ways we know it's an ism also has the L in the beginning. L was not going to go into a verb. However, there are verbs that start with L. That's just because that's how that verb is written, but we will never add L to a verb. It's either got to be built into it or we're not going to add it. So here Ziham is
And
an
it's
ism.
marfu', and it's marfu', or no?
Yes.
Because okay, it's marfu' because it has a dhamma at the end.
It's
And then-
marfu for, and then the dhamma is indication of the marfu.
And then shadidun, it's like Farida said, it's a describer, but I forgot how to say describer. You remember Farida how to say the adjective?
So let's just rewind here real quick. Let's just revisit something, and then we'll come back to all this. So we have this thing called a jumla ismiya. In the jumla ismiya is a noun / adjective-based sentence. We just have the most basic format is 2 words. We'll have the first word, which will have an L on it, and the second word, which is like describing what's happening or information about it. So here, al-ilmu nurun. Knowledge is light. Al-ilmu is mubtada, the subject, ism, marfu'. And then nurun is the khabar, or the object. Could also be the describer or information about it, ism marfu'. Both of them are ism marfu', but the first one is called mubtada, the second one is called khabar. We haven't talked about this for a while, so maybe I don't want to keep. The thing is, our homework's already getting long. I don't want to add too much, but this, let's just revisit this here real quick. We have the jumla ismiya. This verb, this sentence, or this type of sentence is called jumla ismiya. So let me see if I can find this from my notes. Man, I need to buy one of these. I should have bought one of these things. I wanted to buy one of those pens that they use, those mouse pens, so I could just write on the screen. But let's just do it this way. Let me pull out, because if we don't. Here. Let's see how this is going to turn out. But I think we're going to go. Into table. Every keyword. Okay, so I'm going to go. Try to make this all fairly large. All right. Yeah, I need to delete one of these columns. Yeah, I think this is going to be better. Merge center, which is merge center. All right, so this is going to be called jumla. What does a jumla mean?
Sentence.
Yes, jumla sentence. Within those now we have two categories. Thaniya. And then we have al-ismiya. All right, so and then this one too. I don't know if it's going to stick. So then within the fi'liya, split cells. Layout. There we go. Okay, so this will be a little better. All right, so within the fi'liya, we've covered. It's come out a little bit ugly, but it's okay. Number of columns 3. We've covered al-amr. الماضي المضارع. And then I'm not getting this way I wanted to, but within the mudari here, there's going to be 3 different ones. So how could I have done this differently to make it tabular? But anyways, this should go to like 3 different possibilities. That'll be nasab, jazm, and rafa. Maybe if I just delete this, let me delete this, and then I'll just create a new one. Yes, I think that's going to work. So, right. Yeah, I think this is going to work. Right. So then here, yeah, this is going to work. So here from Mudari, oops. We have the center. We have these different states we've covered. Okay. Nasab. And jazm. All right. So this is kind of like what we've done so far. We have the jumla. We have 2 different categories, and let's pick a different color here. Let's go this color. So it can either go this direction. It can either go this direction. If we're just going from like a logical flow, and then if it's fa'aliyah, if it's jumla fa'aliyah, then the fa'al involved is either going to be amr or madi, or it's going to go to mudari. If it goes to mudari, then it's going to either be rafa, which is the default state, nasab, which means we have an, lan, kay, idan, or hatta, or the lam, or before it, or it's going to be jazm. What we've covered from jazm so far has been lam, la, and nahiya, or the in. There's others also as well. There's actually quite a few more. In fact, I think what I did was I created a document. Let's just look at this. I'm positive I created this and I already shared this. Let's just look at this real quick. Yeah, here we go. So here, these are some examples. Lam, lamma, la, and in. There's more too. Okay, I didn't include all of them. Oh, there we go. I did include. Okay, here we go. So here on the side, I put that star, that little asterisk. This little asterisk right here, because there's more of these prepositions for jazm. We have in, ma, man, anna, mahma, ay, mata, ayana, aina, idma, haythuma, kayfama, ida. And there may be more, but these are like kind of the more common ones. Those are all for conditional statements. So going back to this, this new thing here, right? Today, we're not talking about these things. These things are not our conversation today, although we've reviewed some of them. Today, we're talking about jumla ismiya, a noun-based sentence. The noun-based sentence is going to have 2 main components. It's going to have a mubtada and a khabar. If you'll notice in the sentence, this is called noun-based sentence because why? Why do you think we're calling it a noun-based sentence?
There's no verbs.
There's no verbs, right? So now all the stuff related to verbs, they're not going to be here. Like فعل مضارع فاعل مفعول به. It's just مبتدأ and khabar. And today's lesson is about kana, and what we're going to take is we're going to add tense. That's why it's a little bit confusing in terms of terminology they use. But we have this ziham, which is congestion, like traffic congestion. Shadid is heavy. Kana الزحام شديدا. We took the same words. We took these same words, الزحام شديد, and then we moved them over here. And all we did was we added kana in front of it. When we do that, this jumla fi'aliyya, jumla ismiyya, the ziham is going to say exactly the same, and then shadid, it's going to go from shadidun to shadidan. We have to add the alif and the tanween on top of it. And the difference in meaning is here, azihamu shadidun, congestion is heavy. Kana azihamu shadidan, the congestion was heavy. Was. Then if we look over here, al-baytu nadifun, the house is clean. Al-bayt, the house, nadifun, clean. This is a result of when my mom comes to visit. She's supposed to come tomorrow, so I have to, after this, at some point in time, I have to do some heavy cleaning. But kana al-baytu nadifan. Now the house was clean. Kana baytu nadifan. The house was clean. The main difference here, as they've highlighted here, they did a good job on highlighting here. They made this word nadif. That's what's changing. The only thing that's going to change here, when we add that kana, is nadif. Kun is going to become nadifan.
So is one the present tense and one the past tense, or?
Correct.
Oh, okay.
It's the activity is now, the state of the activity is in the past. So that's basically it. So here, at-thawbu qasirun, the clothing is short. Sara at-thawbu qasiran, the clothing has become short. Sara is like became. So the clothing became short. Al-bardu qarisun. I'm not sure what qarisun means, but I'm pretty sure it means it's intense. Yeah, like pinching. Yeah, it's pinching. That's very good. Al-bardu qarisun. Sara al-bardu qarisan. The cold became pinching. Al-khadimu qawiyun. The servant is strong. Laysa al-khadimu qawiyun. The servant is not, or was not strong. The servant was not strong. Laysa is was not. Al-amilu nashitun. The worker is active, studious. Laysa al-amilu nashitan. The worker was not active or busy, doing much activity. And so, al-jawu mumtirun. The weather was raining. Asbaha al-jawu mumtiran. The weather became mumtiran. So asbaha and asbaha has a couple of different meanings, but asbaha and sara are similar. And then asbaha also can have to do with it can be with have to do with the morning. So asbaha al-jawu mumtiran, in the morning the weather was raining. These I'm sorry. adha, walla, bata, they all have to do, that's why it's called kana ikhwatuha. All of them, they have the same grammatical ramification. They have slightly different meanings, or they have very different meanings, or yeah, they all have different meanings, but they all have the same grammatical result.
So the sentences on the left that have like kana and sada, shouldn't these sentences be verb-based sentences and not noun-based sentences?
No, they call kana ism mushabbah bil-fi'l, a noun that resembles a fi'l. There's some things about kana. So kana, for one thing, in this example, it acts just like a verb. However, the kana can also go in front of a verb, which we'll probably cover later on. Let me see if they're going to cover it today. No. I'm trying to see where they're going. Maybe it'll be the next text, book number 2. What is this? Nah, okay, that's going to be a good one. So the main thing is, let's just go back to where we were. Gana,
It's like a helping verb and not like a action verb.
Yeah, it's maybe that, and they don't consider a verb because the reason is Gana, it can be paired up with verbs as well. It's not just only tied to nouns. So Gana can be added to a verb, and then when that happens, it makes the verb also in the past too. It could do that. Or, and then, so Gana can be added to either situation, to a noun or verb. So let's just look at the ruling here, and then maybe let's see what they cover right here. Okay, they do it here. All right. تدخل كان على المبتدا والخبر. So this kana, it can be added to the mubtada khabar جملة اسمية. فترفع الأول ويسمى اسمها وتنصب الثاني ويسمى خبرها. So in this example, what we would call this grammatically, أصبح الجو ممطرا. We call this اسم مشبه بالفعل أصبح or كان, or any one of those. There's about, 10 of them. And then this is called ism asbaha, and this is called khabar asbaha. Here, this is called ism mubtada. This is called mubtada ism marfu. This is called khabar ism marfu. This is called asbaha. You just say asbaha. Asbaha is ism mushabbah bil fa'il, or you just say asbaha. And the jo is where? Al-jo is ism asbaha marfu, and this is khabar asbaha mansub. You have that mansub state. So let's look at the ruling here, and then we can take some questions. So, but مثل كان فيما تقدم صار, like became. Laysa was not. Asbaha. Asbaha is like became in the morning. Amsa became at night. Adha became at like mid-morning. Wawalla is like remained. It remained. Bata, I forgot about that. Bata almost never shows up. Can't really forget Bata. Okay, yeah, that's right. That actually is mentioned. Correct. I take it back. All right, so that is similar to Amsa, but it's happened at night. And there may be more, but I think these are the key ones. It's Gana, Sara, Laysa, Asbaha, Amsa, Adha, Walla, Bat. There's more, but maybe they'll be covered later. And these are called they're called the Sisters of Gana. So here they're also anyways, they're calling it Phil. All right. بكل فعل من هذه الأفعال. So they are calling them the verbs here. In other books, they won't call the verb. مضارع وأمر يعملان عمل الماضي إلا ليس فلا يأتي منها مضارع ولا أمر. So these كان they can come as a مضارع. They can be an amr. بكل فعل من هذه الأفعال مضارع وأمر يعمل عمل الماضي. They so they can do the mudari amr, except for Laysa. Laysa doesn't do mudari or amr. That's a good job to take it there. So that's pretty much it. There's not much more to add to that. Let's look at something here real quick. They were calling it verb. So a lot of times they call it ism mushabbah bil-fi'l. Maybe I'm mistaken there, but it's a separate category regardless. And so this is how it's conjugated. So in the past tense, this is how Gana would be. It's very similar to what we've done so far. The difference is because this has an alif in the middle, there's some changes here. So here it's Gana and Kuntu. We drop the alif. And then we have the mudari. The mudari, for the most part, it's the same as the other mudaris, but if you look here, just the yakunna, takunna, those are different. And then mudari mansub, and then we have the amr and majzum. So we will revisit this next week. Maybe we can get some examples from the Quran and whatnot. But the key takeaways here, maybe I'll add a slide into that thing, is that this is going to be called, we're going to have kana, and we're going to call this ism kana, marfu. We're going to call this khabar kana, which is mansub. And what we've done is we've taken the house is clean to the house was clean. Or in this example, for example, the servant is not strong or was not strong, or the weather became pinching. And then here, for example, like the weather became in the morning rainy. The worker became tired at night. So, and then here, this is remained. So, for example, I don't know what those include, but I don't know what that is. Okay. So that means revolting, but it might mean something else. But this is remain. I don't know. Let me look these up real quick. Just give me a second here. Abundant. Okay. All right. I know that. So here the al-mataru ghazirun is ample or abundant. The rain is abundant. And then dhalla al-mataru ghaziran is the rain remained abundant. And so that's what's happening in these examples. We'll have to talk about this, I think, a little bit more. I don't know if they're gonna, let me see something here quick. I don't know if they're gonna revisit this because there's more to it. They kind of made it short. Let me see here. Trying to find something that's related to, this is the next book. Yeah, I kind of shortcutted this kind of Waadih thing because if we were to do this, let's see this here. I don't know if they're going to cover this in more detail. It doesn't look like they're going to. Yeah, I don't see it. Maybe I'm missing it, but basically, when we go back here, if I put yakunu, for example, if I said yakunu here, if I made this present tense, these are past tense. I haven't given any present tense examples or never. That will be like that. If I said yakunu zdihamu shadidun, the congestion is heavy. It's very similar to the meaning here, but you might say it like, for example, like there might be a reason for it, like for example, let me just put a Quranic verse. So oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, no. the best example, but it's the only one I can think of off the top of my head. All right, so here we go. So you see here, we said, "Oh fire, be coolness and safety upon you." Kunna ya naru kuni. Kuni is the command for it, be. Also, إنما قوله إذا أراد شيئا أن يقول كن فيكون. His command is to, if you want something to say, and it is. Hold on. Oh yeah. Here we go. Very good. وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ. And there was not for him comparable anybody or equivalent. وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ. And there was not for him, Allah, an equivalent, anyone equivalent. So this yakun right here, this is, they took yakun and they put the lemon, or Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he put the lemon in front of it. No, that's Abu Lahab's. No, oh yeah. No, that's your job. Here we go. Here's another yakun. The yakun here, but I want to give you a slightly different example. This is also the yakun here. There's many other examples also outside of the yakun. So, for example, in Baqarah, let's just go here. This is actually all right, here we go. So here, and when we said to the angels, bow down to Adam, they bowed down except for Iblis. Aba, he rejected or refused, or stakbara, and he was arrogant, and he was arrogant. Wa kana min mukafirin, he was from the disbelievers. So here the kana is used right here. Wa kana min mukafirin. And then if we go here to here also, so then Shaitan caused them to split from it, like Jannah. And then he removed them or caused them to depart Ganafi, that they were both in. So this Gana is used, quite frequently. Asbaha and those other words also, even bad, they're in the Quran as well. And so we'll cover it more, maybe some more details next time. But what I'll probably do is, I don't think I'll add this to the homework. Let's just go with what we have so far. And then we'll talk about this again next time. And then I'll add a slide to this thing that does the breakdown of Gana in a sentence. It's just going to be, you're going to have Gana, a word that'll be ism kana, and the word after that's going to be called khabar kana, and that's going to be mansub, and it's going to go kana, and then it's going to go ism kana marfu, khabar kana mansub.
I think for the
Any
homework,
questions?
for the homework, I don't think I referred to your present tense sheet. I think I just looked at this. I think that's why I missed the question, the sentence for the homework last night. Will
Okay,
you add information to that sheet, the present tense? Is that what we should refer to when we're trying to break down the sentences?
this has present tense in there, doesn't it? These are present tense. So this is past, this is present. Let me change the order of this right here. Put this right here. This is mudari marfu.
But it doesn't have those words like idhan and them and all of that. I mean, it does have them, but it doesn't have all of them.
So there's another document I did, which was this one. Present tense, no. So this one, this has these words. This is for them, men, and all that stuff. And then for the nasab, it's the same thing here. This one has like, and then ke, then hatta la.
So what would you call these words? Like, how would you categorize these words? Like
These are called harf nasab.
Okay.
These are harf nasab.
Okay, I see
And
that.
then, yeah, and then this one would be harfism. I guess I could add. There's a lot of harfism. All these ones too. But I could probably maybe I'll add a footnote in here and I'll just put them in here so it's all in one place.
Yeah.
But I don't want to do too many in the same thing because they're all going to be the same. It's just going to be the meaning's different. But the grammatical ramification is going to be the same. It's going to have the same thing that's going to happen here. Except for actually those in and those ones it'll do the jism to two verbs.
Okay.
Nothing on this one. All right, so we will continue with Ghana and Equata next week. I'll review some of these homework assignments. There's yours, and I have a couple other ones that I had somebody emailed me or messaged me or whatever. And then we'll resume on Ghana and Equata, and then I'll have like an example maybe add to this, so we can do that.
Inshallah, thank you so much.
Okay. All right, everybody. Okay, so.
Jazakallah.